Hello again, it's been a while. This is going to be a short video about the YouTube channel Correct Not Political, run by a guy called Jim Boobeh. He's one of Piers Corbyn's flying monkeys.
Well, if there is a paedophile reading stories, that's disgusting. But whatever, having a drag queen reading stories to children is inappropriate.
It is.
And so that is what we're objecting to. I mean, if people want to be gay, they can be gay.
Yes.
But imposing these things on children is wrong. And it's actually all part of the new normal, new world order being imposed upon us.
The agenda, 2030,
It's
2021.
Agenda 2030, new world order, new world tyranny, and it is just inappropriate. And we have to say no. We've got to draw a line somewhere, otherwise they get away with everything. And of course, this stuff creates division. They want division.
That's what they want.
But what they're putting forward is wrong.
We're being used in a manufactured culture war, some might say.
We are.
He's gone from anti-lockdown and COVID conspiracy content through to anti-drag queen story time, all the way to out-and-out racist, as can be shown here.
Like you were saying about discussing immigrants with my friend, I don't think that's acceptable.
Where do you even come from? Where do you even come
from?
What making you?
She's a minor, shut the fuck up.
What making
She's
you?
a minor, shut the fuck up. She's a minor.
What making you, child? What making you, child? You know, in your country, women ain't allowed to address men. In your country, women ain't allowed to address men. You think you can address men because you're in this country. You think you can address men because you're in this country. That's mental.
He's clearly having his strings pulled by very nefarious people from Patriotic Alternative and worse. So this video should explain what is going on with this man and help everyone on left-wing protests who might come into contact with him to be able to deal with him. So fascists, beware of Jim Boobeh.
I'm a neo-reactionary absolutist. I believe in a absolute world order, organized in a particular way.
When you're looking at a government is a corporation that owns a country. It just is. It's the same thing.
I'm Peter Thiel. I support people who are building new things. I'm not a politician, but neither is Donald Trump. And it's time to rebuild America.
Anything we can do to help this go along, and we're going to be there for you. And you'll call my people, you'll call me. It doesn't make any difference. We have no formal chain of command.
Jim, or James Boobeh, runs a YouTube channel called Correct Not Political. However, as this video should prove, his channel would be much better suited called Not Correct Political. He's spent the last 18 months causing chaos with the cult of Piers Corbyn, filming the anti-lockdown and anti-vaccine protests. Don't believe his claims that he is either independent or non-partisan, as shown with this interaction with this guy in blue in St Albans.
I mean, here you, let's have a talk then. Tell me why I'm wrong, why it's wrong. You said this is wrong. What's wrong about it? Yeah.
Is this all this anti-vaccine?
It's not anti-vax stuff, it's all Office of National Statistics. Right? That's where the data comes from, so I don't understand how you can say it's wrong, really.
But these sort of half statements, though, aren't they?
No, they're full statements. It says from a certain date, this amount of people have had adverse reactions and this amount of people have died.
There's not a single medicine that people don't have adverse
No, but the fundamental issue. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I concede your argument. I'm not going to retort and rebut it if you let me. The fundamental issue is the fact that this is being done under emergency procedure, and the fact that how many adverse reactions and deaths normally occur for a medicine to be struck off. That's the issue.
Tell me about that then.
Tell you about what?
About the medical procedures and the deaths and how many get struck off.
How many people have died compared to how many people normally die taking the medicine before it gets struck off?
But when you say normal, what's the normal level?
About 50.
50 out of how
deaths.
many? Out of
50 deaths before they stop using it, mate.
that does. What? There's only been 50 deaths from a medicine.
Listen. You think I'm chatting shit? You want to take the piss? You can take the piss.
I'm asking a question.
All right. If it's sincere, if you care.
Sorry, no,
if you care, you can look it up. I've told you. I don't know off the top of my head.
50 deaths. What? Any medicine?
Look, vaccinations. I read. I'm telling you.
No, I'm just trying to understand.
Right. Okay.
50 deaths.
Yes.
Of any medicine.
Not any medicine, the one in specific that I was talking about.
Which is the one?
A vaccination of some sort.
No, you said
polio or something like that. I don't know. Listen to what I'm saying, right? It doesn't matter what I'm saying. That's the stuff from.
I'm in the wrong. So you keep passing this off because it's nonsense.
How is it nonsense?
It doesn't make sense. It's half an argument.
It's not half an argument. No, because you're trying.
No.
I've tried to give you one thing, and then you're trying to question an autistic man who struggles to communicate. Right? My job is to give out leaflets.
Right. Well, I'm saying I don't agree with it. That's all.
Okay, and I'm asking you why. I'm asking you why.
Because it's only half the argument.
How? Where?
A lot of these boards say that there isn't enough information about the vaccine, right?
Right.
But equally, you're saying you know all about the virus and it won't do this.
Who says that?
The claims. Look, this is what the balance of the argument is.
No, it ain't. Not for me. It ain't. The argument is very simple.
Okay, well,
it's succinct.
Well, I see another half of that.
No, because you're confusing it. You're confusing the whole. It's very succinct and very concise argument. No, it is. Honestly. Honestly. He's questioning me on things that I ain't fucking refreshed myself on and that. Like, I shouldn't have said it because I fucking couldn't remember it. Cunt. 1-0 lefties. Fucking bastards. Right, I'm hungry now.
In his own words, he hates the left. He constantly weaponizes his autism, using it to shield himself from criticism and act like a complete wanker, which can sometimes get himself into trouble, even with his own side.
I'm not threatening you. Bro, this guy come up to me, listen, he comes with your old ego, you've been here for 2 months, why do you wear all black? Because he wants views for his camera. You think I need that? You obviously need something, bro. No, I don't. You need something, so why the fuck was you running out to me?
Why are you talking to me like that?
Because the way you spoke to me, that are you wicked and bad? Are you wicked and bad? Are you wicked and bad?
You look like you think you're bad.
Shut your fucking mouth. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me and don't talk to me. Simple.
Or what?
Simple.
Or what? Or what? Or what though? Or what though? Or what though? Bro, you're telling me not to look at you. You're telling me not to look at you, bro. Why am I like? Take my stuff. Take my stuff. Take the fucking thing. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. Whoa. Who keeps talking wicked? Who keeps talking wicked? Who keeps talking wicked?
You started with him back there.
I started with him and said what? What did I say?
Saying he's only been on Instagram for 2 minutes, 2 months.
2 months, yeah? And then what happened?
Why are we fighting each other? You're supposed to be with us on our side. What's the problem?
Right, okay.
What did you instigate?
What did I instigate? Exactly. Yeah, because there was a fellow on the floor getting trampled by the filth, and I said, grab him.
I pulled him up over there, the other side.
That's what I'm saying.
His emotions are high, man. You got to grab
and people want to talk wicked, like they're going to do this, that, and the other. All right, stop giving it all that. And if you want to do that, but stop giving it all that. You want to get? Don't give that. Don't do that. Just don't do that.
The problem is when you've got cunts like John Overkill, this is what it does, mate.
What?
When you've got cunts like John Overkill making videos and cunts sit there behind the video, this is what it does.
It ain't that. I'll tell you what it is.
It doesn't help.
I'll tell you what it is. It's when you aimlessly walk around for months at a time, you go to one spot, and then people in the megaphones go, let's go to the next spot. Well, why are we not doing direct action? Why are we not sitting down and getting fucking hurt? Why are we going here?
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
What?
You need this then. You need this.
You follow me?
Yeah, let's go. Leave it.
Fucking funny, cunt. What do you need? Brian, what do you need? But this is what I'm saying, this is the ego trip, this is the ego talking, bruv. You don't get it. You're directing everyone.
Brother, I want you to understand one thing.
I'm not your brother.
I'm
not your
brother. You ain't my brother, you're a tramp.
Yeah, exactly.
Subject access, all you report is violence.
Listen to me, big man.
Everything you report is violence.
Big man, you get your camera snatched and you get run out of it. Put that on camera all you want. Protest aside, freedom aside. I will run up on you and fucking do you.
fucking hard cunt, ain't you? You're hard cunt. You're all back. Watch.
Remain peaceful.
Tell me what to do.
You need to leave.
Because if they start swinging, you'll be in the middle.
Where did you go? Where's the fucking phone, blood? Hey, look at... Hey, Will!
I've spoken to Jim numerous times.
I'm not going to pretend to be someone else like fucking Haiku does, pretends to be a policeman, or pretends to be a fucking, like, performing fucking artist.
I think you can't really take that away from him. I think he is a performer, mate.
Well, he is, and that's the problem with the NRX targets people who are attention seekers, and they like to perform. And that's what it is. They're not actors, they're just attention seekers.
I prefer lonely. You know what I mean?
He admits he's lonely, which is why he's so easily manipulated by neo-reactionary operatives such as Ralph Massalamani.
He's got the new fucking reactionary workforce. What are they called?
The NRX, neo-reactionaries.
Neo-reactionary workforce.
So basically it's
basically that's Ralph. If you don't know him, Ralph's the neo-Nazi and a fascist.
Have you met Ralph?
I know Ralph. I know him well.
Have you met him though?
Yeah, I've met him.
When did you meet him?
I've had him round my house, mate.
Have you?
Yeah.
When was that?
What do you mean when was that? I don't know.
Because he's in Berlin now.
Yeah, he was in Berlin when he come round. He was in Berlin when he come round. I had him on a live stream.
Oh, you've had him on a live stream?
Yeah, he come under a pseudonym.
So this is the thing. Ralph is there as a cuck to these billionaire elites, and he's making sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. So what conversation did you have with him on your live stream?
I don't know, he's probably just trying to egg me up and G me up to do something mental.
Yeah. Is that what he did?
Probably, because I am that way inclined, mate. I'm autistic, you know, I just let him fucking run havoc with my brain.
In a video titled White Guilt, a fascist talking point, he manages to turn an interview about climate change with an Extinction Rebellion activist into a debate about children and sex education.
Do you believe that we can just keep going with the emissions that we're giving out and it'll be fine?
This isn't about emissions.
Well, that's what the IPCC is about.
No, it's about enslaving humanity.
But let's talk about emissions for a second.
No, we haven't got time to talk about emissions. They're trying to groom children.
I don't believe that's true at all.
All right, well, I can show you now. The World Health Organization. I've actually got it to hand because I'm quite lucky like that. Right, the World Health Organization putting through a curriculum for Europe, yeah, to adhere to, and it actually states. But tell me this ain't debauchery. It states from the ages of 0 to 4 that children should be exploring their sexual orientation and to be doing early childhood masturbation.
Where's this coming from?
Right, that's where it says it there.
But wait, what is this?
This is the World Health Organization.
Well, it's clearly not, is it?
It clearly is. Look, my friend, I'm not here to talk shit. I've got a camera. I'll put this on the internet.
Sure.
This is no joke. Like, this is all proper stuff. Look at that stamp there. That's your UN stamp there,
But
mate.
I can make that stamp.
No, geezer, you can go and download the PDF off the internet. I don't even need
off the World Health Organization's website.
My man, I'm not. This is how deep this shit gets, and this is how serious it is, and this is why you lot need to wake up and understand. I am not the enemy, yeah. I'm the but listen. I am the normal working class fella, right, who thinks this is all fucking nonsense. But I can tell you why, and it's sort of onto the same track because they are fucking with the climate. Yeah, they are, but they're doing it through chemtrails. That's the fucking thing.
I think we should agree to disagree on this one.
Do you think? What about the nonsense of the children?
I don't believe that is.
You don't believe that that's a fact?
No, I don't.
Would you research that?
Would you look into that?
I would.
Have you got the time?
I would research it.
Look, please, look. It's called the World Health Organization Regional Office for Europe, the BZGA, Standards for Sexuality Education in Europe. Yeah. Please take a screenshot or something of it, mate. Because really, have you got kids?
I don't have kids. No.
You don't have kids. Well. Have you got nieces, nephews, anything?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So, this must resonate with you then. If this is it, look.
I just think It feels like
I'm focusing on
picking
the
a
wrong
battle
thing.
on the IPCC is a strange place to
United
choose.
Nations. United Nations.
Whether or not the United
Because
Nations as a
I
whole
explained
are
it all to
supporting
you,
anything
but
else, but if the IPCC is a simple document that is a.
It's not simple. It's 3,500 pages.
It's simply a document about climate change, right?
Right.
No, it's
not. It's a document. No, it's a document about white hatred and critical and critical race theory. Yes.
I think we have to really step away.
Well,
now
does the climate? Did it not start with colonialism?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay. Boom. Thank you very much.
It's almost impossible to have a rational conversation with Jim, as he makes no attempt to respect people's boundaries, as can be seen in this video, in which a random woman at a bus stop with her 2 kids asks politely not to be filmed. Jim takes issue with the request and so turns the camera on the mother and her child.
YouTube.
Live stream on YouTube?
Yeah.
I did not give permission for me to be on YouTube. No live streaming. I did not give permission.
All right.
Why?
Somebody videoed you.
Yes, well, I've said it. I've said it. You guys have not said it. And it's fine with me. I do not give permission.
Oh, mate.
I know my data and my rights. That's what we should be protesting. People taking away all of our data and our rights and live streaming everything.
I think
not vaccine. No. I'm not giving it away. You guys
So what you think they shouldn't be protesting about ill-informed consent being given to children, or children making rash decisions without actually knowing the facts? You think 12 to 15-year-olds should be allowed to make that decision without their adults' consent? Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
Are you trying to suggest that children, 12 to 15-year-old children...
Oh, I don't want to have this conversation with
Well,
you.
no, because you were saying... I know, but I weren't actually filming you. I put the camera on myself until you started making loads of noise. So now I'm actually quite interested to get your opinion. I'm really interested to know what your position is, because I thought I was a rational human being. You've got 2 small children, so that would lead me to believe you've got children's best interests at heart, and I don't believe that if you had your children's best interests at heart, you would leave that decision. Would you allow your child to drink or gamble or fornicate or do any of these things? Would you allow them to be a bit of sufficient of decision-making capacity to make that decision for themselves?
I'm not having this conversation.
No, I know. It's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to have the conversation.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't want to be filmed.
I know, it's great that. Thanks for that.
So when he turns up to protest drag queen story time in various cities of the UK, don't believe he is genuine in his crusade to safeguard children. Jim is a typical Nazi. He thinks neurotypical people aren't to be trusted, and instead autistic people should take power.
Yeah, but I believe that human nature is there's always some there's not to be trusted. They're not to be trusted. I'm autistic, right? And I know neurotypical people ain't to be trusted, mate. Simple as that. They're dishonest. Simple as that. No, most neurotypical people are to get their own way, to make sure they take themselves out of bother. Even if it's only a little white lie. No, it's not. It's very simple. Don't let the neurotypical people run the countries. Give it to the autistics, and everything will be alright. We'll have honesty and transparency.
He is projecting his own behaviour onto neurotypicals here, as we just saw him lie to the mother and her kids about him filming them. It's not Jim's autism that drives his behaviour. Jim is a narcissist, and it's these neurodivergent people who are more likely to lie when they have been caught out in their toxic behaviours, as described here by the Duty to Warn Twitter account. My YouTube videos and Twitter feed is awash with examples of this behaviour by narcissists. Definitive proof of Jim's Nazism can be found in his use of the number 14 in a live stream of Patriotic Alternative activist and drag queen storytime crasher Jodie Kay.
Here we go. Let's end on a nice note. And Jim, thanks for coming on, popping in. And if you would like to not be the one with the microphone, and you want to come on for an interview, I would love to interview you. Very much love that. Anyway, I'm going to share this because you'll notice for this stream and my other drag queen stream, I didn't have Here's to England as the opening song. I had The Fall of Western Man because it's a very poignant song for where we are at the moment. So here's a nice tune to end with.
Here's to England, my home and my country. Though I left her all those years ago.
The Sam M that you see in the chat is the husband of Patriotic Alternative Deputy Leader Laura Towler. He was also affiliated with National Action, the now banned terror group, who, like Mark Collette's Patriotic Alternative, are known for targeting young people to groom them to their Nazi ideology. At one drag queen storytime protest, he gives his camera to someone extremely fond of Adolf Hitler.
Guys, just so you're all aware, you're all taking part in the manufactured culture war. Hail Hitler.
And at a recent protest outside the Royal Court of Justice against the deportation of refugees to Rwanda, he endorses Active Patriot, who even Tommy Robinson eventually distanced himself from for being far too racist.
We want to start Rwanda and deport all... What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? The other side. Just go on the other side. On the other side. Get us on camera. Get us on camera. It's fine.
We got you, Al. We got you all on camera, mate.
Go on the other side. Get your hands off me banner. Get your hands off me banner. Sir, just go on the other side. It's not an issue.
He brings the smoke.
Just go on the other side. Give me my property back now. On the other side. Give me my property back now. Give me my property back. Are you helping them take theirs down? Can I have my property back now? Just go over there. I will. Give me my property back, and I will. Give me my property back. Just take his banner. Take his banner. I will. Yeah, give it. I will. I will give it to you. It is yours. I know it's mine. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Just go on the other side. That's it. It's not a big deal, right? Just on the other side, please. Get down now. Get down now. 1 minute. Right. Get this, yeah? Fuck them lot, yeah? Fuck them fucking idiots, right? What, every fucking criminal, yeah? Every fucking illegal, yeah? In this country, right? We don't want them here. We don't want them here. Fuck off. Fuck off. No. You fuck off.
What do you know about fascists? What do you know about fascists? What does fascist mean? If you're going to stop, what are you? Don't touch my stuff. Mate. Don't touch my stuff. Who should you are? I'm the property protector, mate. That's who I am. Trust it, mate. Yeah, move your shit out of my way. Don't talk to me, like I'm trying to work, mate.
Right, okay.
Whereas let me tell you, Active Patriots are fucking legendardo, mate. Funny as fuck. Let me tell you, if you ain't subscribed, yeah, you need to get over there now and have a subscribe up, mate. Yes, of course. Yeah, go and subscribe to Active Patriot, mate. He's fucking everywhere. The name is a bit like mine. His name's a bit like mine. It leaves nothing to the fucking imagination.
And then Jim takes his own mask off when he's personally and extremely racist and abusive to this woman, asking her, "What make are you?"
My friend, I don't think that's acceptable.
Where do you even come from? Where do you even come from? What make are you?
She's a minor, shut the fuck up.
What make are you?
She's a minor, shut the fuck up. She's a minor.
What make are you, child? What make are you, child? You know, in your country, women ain't allowed to address men. In your country, women ain't allowed to address men. You think you can address men because you're in this country? You think you can address men because you're in this country? That's mental. Like, you shouldn't be addressing men, should you?
Fucking push me in the back.
Yeah, come on, let's just fucking get away. Let's just get away.
I'm well out of the way, mate.
Yeah, just come on. Look, it follows.
Where do you come from, child? Where do you come from, child? And that's where we're at in the culture war. People will blatantly tell them to go back to their own country because that's how it is, basically. That's how it is.
I'm a neo-reactionary absolutist. I believe in a absolute world order, organised in a particular way.
When you're looking at a government is a corporation that owns a country. It just is. It's the same thing.
I'm Peter Thiel. I support people who are building new things. I'm not a politician, but neither is Donald Trump. And it's time to rebuild America.
Anything we can do to help this go along, and we're going to be there for you. And you'll call my people, you'll call me. It doesn't make any difference. We have no formal chain of command.